Cheers, guys. Yay! Hey, girl. I was asking about you. I'm like, where have you been? Yay! I just happened. I was like, let me just randomly hop on before I go. How are you? I got myself a little buzzball from yesterday, so cheers. I kept asking on all the lives. I was like, "Where's sunshine? Where's sunshine?" But oh, great! Yeah, I'm great. Um, yeah. Have you been busy? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured. I was like, you used to be on my live like right away. Then I'm like, okay, that's weird because I tried to come on here at 4, at 3, 4, even 7, and I didn't see you. I was like, oh man, Sunshine's not here. Oh, okay. So it's happy hour somewhere. Cheers, guys. I got the berry cherry. I've been getting this a lot. The I don't like the other flavors at all. Oh, 15%. I didn't even realize that. I thought he had 11. Oh my god. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I saw you. Yeah, thank you. And you were commenting and everything. So that really, yeah, thank you. I just was like, the live. Sometimes, we talk, and then you keep an eye on people when they're, being mean and rude. So I was like, doing it, like blocking people myself, and you know, because I was like trying to keep, because like right now I see 13 people, and I feel like there's somebody on here that's definitely watching me for sure. Hi, Myla Gomez. It's all right, girl. It's $4. So yesterday we were going fishing, and then my husband was like, I'll just get you something. So he got me one of these. It's okay. I go to it because it gives you a little bit of, a little buzz, but not too much. Yeah, and the other flavors, I just don't like them. I've only tried this one so far now because, yeah, it's my favorite one. Yeah, they give you a little something fast. Within like 5 minutes, I'll be acting crazy. Just kidding. I'm normally crazy. Oh, it's morning there? Where are you at? Oh, they're called buzz balls, and they're like little drinks, 14% alcohol. Um, but they fit in your purse. Just kidding. Or you could put them in your little coffee mug. I'm just kidding. I'm not alcoholic or anything. If you're going to a boring thing, like yesterday, I was kind of bored after a while, not catching any fish with my husband, and he was like, "You know what? We'll get you a bus boat before we go, so that way I won't be bored." And then we had a DJ there, like behind the thing where we were fishing. So I started dancing out of nowhere. I just get louder when I'm drunk. Like I get super loud. You said from where? Oh, from the US. Yeah. So I just was like, just relax and just dancing, just having a good time with myself, pretty much. But it's a Monday. Oh, from India. Hi. A lot of people are from India usually on my live. A lot. And Europe, I had a few last time from one from Berlin, Australia. So it's been interesting. Yeah, I just started dancing with the alcohol was like kind of like relaxing me. I started feeling really good, and I got up and I was like doing my thing. I said, "Oh, I think the alcohol is working." But I don't need alcohol to have a good time. I'm naturally a fun person, you know. So I don't need just alcohol. I'm usually like this anyway. Um, but it was in my purse. I'm like, I might as well, have it at home before I go. I'm supposed to do laundry, but yes, I dance every chance I get, every chance. I'm a dancer. Yeah, I've been dancing since I was little though. Like my mom always says, like you've been dancing since, you know. I can't help. Like I hear something and I'm just, yeah, all types of music. But I dance to a lot of cumbia too, which is my mom-in-law listens to a lot of that, so we go dancing with her. It's so fun. Like she's a dancer too, so we have that in common. So we be dancing. We go to flea markets, and we dance. So it's so cool. It really is. I've noticed that when I dance, I'm in my own world. I don't care what anybody thinks. I rather dance alone actually, because I remember those times when, like, we go dancing, and then my husband doesn't like dancing, and I would get up by myself, and some guys would be behind me like trying to ask, and I'm like, no, 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 my husband is over there, and then I would just find myself just in my own world. I don't like to even dance with people, honestly. I'm doing my thing. I don't want to be having to kind of monitor myself in a certain way. I don't enjoy that. I just like to dance alone. I'm that person in the club that's just like doing all types of stuff, but when you come behind me like trying to dance, I'm like, no, it's okay, no, thank you. Yeah, I don't want to be like having to move a certain way because somebody's there. I would like to do my own thing. Yeah, and it really keeps you young. It keeps you just radiant. I don't know how to explain it, but dancing has been one of the things that over the years, it's helped me so much with stress. You know, what what's Miss Clean? What is up? What does that mean, Miss Clean? Okay, I don't understand. I see the YouTube logos, but what does that mean? Okay, I don't understand. I'm like, do I need my glasses? Because sometimes I just I see emojis and I'm like, what does this mean? Okay, what are you trying to shout out your channel? I don't understand. Yeah, like I see emojis and popcorn. What is that? Yeah, but I don't know. Okay, okay. And what is your point? I have a big forehead, and I don't understand what they were trying to do. It's like, at least, what was your reason? I don't know why you're on here. If my if my big head is bothering you, you can click not interested. You could just move it to another live, or I don't get it. I never understand that. You could just move, to another live. Wh- Oh, hi. You said my queen. Okay, who's that? Okay, so okay, hopefully Sunshine removed them, hopefully. Oh yeah, you did. Okay, girl, thank you. Thank you. How do you like my big forehead? It's like people tell you the obvious thing you already know. I already. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you like my little extensions and my little crochet braids. Thank you. Oh, you're being. Oh my gosh, you guys always make me blush over here. It's like thank you. You guys make me smile too. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are so sweet. It's like people always tell you the obvious things you already know. Oh, sunshine. Stop. Cheers. Oh, thank you, David Kenway. Thank you. You know, um, but the only thing that's messed up is that when I was in my early 20s, I messed up my teeth so bad, guys. My teeth are so messed up in the back. It's like one of my biggest insecurities. So I was telling my husband we might have to go to Mexico and so I could do dental work because I have messed up teeth, guys. I have to like talk a certain way because you guys cannot. Yeah, I ate so much candy when I was younger, and I just really tore up my teeth. Like I didn't care. I thought I had like my teeth were perfect. Like I had perfect line teeth and everything, and I was just eating candy in college and just M&Ms like back and forth, and I messed up my teeth completely. Hi, TRXPZ. So now it's like I'm gonna have to pay for it, guys. So please take care of your teeth. If you're young, take care of your teeth, please. Use coconut oil. I always tell people that use coconut oil, swish as much as you can. Oh my gosh, guys, I destroyed my teeth. Like when I went to the dentist the first time, they did all this x-rays and told me how much I was going to have to pay for my teeth. I said, "What?" Oh my gosh. I could buy a house with how much I have to pay for my teeth. It's like, what? So I might have to travel to Turkey, Mexico. I don't know where, but I have to go somewhere because, woo! Yeah, my top teeth are all jacked up. So I try not to even show it. Like I try to hide them a certain way. Very a big insecurity of mine now. It's just like so. Oh my gosh. Like when I look at pictures, how perfect my teeth were, and I just didn't care. Like when you're young, you don't care. You live life like you're gonna be here with your teeth forever. You know. And I didn't care flaws and all that stuff. I was like, who cares? I'm young. And then it's like, nope. And then after I had a baby, like I destroyed my teeth even more. My teeth broke off because when I was pushing, like I broke off a lot of teeth, which is so. I could cry, guys. I could cry right now, honestly. You know what I mean? Yeah, the prices are so crazy, which I understand to a certain. I mean, health is everything, right? If you don't have health out, what can you do? I get that, but the dental one is like what one teeth for one implant is like what almost 4,000 to 5,000. So I literally have to take a loan, and or I have to go to Mexico, either one, and have implants because they're not savable. The dentist already told me they're not savable. None of my teeth. I pretty much don't have teeth in the back of all of them, like right here, all missing. So I don't have teeth. So, you know, like it's been one of those things that just made me cry. Oh, is it just a little problem or is it a major one? Because mine is big. I mean, I'm saying like I'm missing most of the back areas and I would just have to get new one. They cannot be saved. They can't do anything to it to make them come back. It's all jacked up. And so I was like, dang, being on social media, like you need your teeth even more and you need teeth to eat. So I just find myself just crying sometimes. Like, guys, I cry by myself like If I could tell myself when I was younger, was definitely take care of your teeth. That's the only thing one of my biggest regrets. It's like, when you're young, you just don't care. Like when your parents tell you brush your teeth, floss, you're like, I don't know. There's a reason, I guess. So now I'm really on my son. Like he's been using coconut oil. We see the dentist often. His teeth is great, and I'm just like I'm gonna be on him about it because I'm like, do not mess up your teeth. He has nice teeth. I'm like, please, let's keep that going. If I could, it's really it's been so emotional for me. Sometimes I'm just like sad and I cry about it, like because I'm like, wow, I could have saved so much money to just taking care of my teeth, at the time, and I also had good health care. Oh, they hurt, but what's going on with yours? Because it's one thing if it's something that is savable, if it's fixable. But once they tell you they do the X-rays and all that, they check and they pretty much say that those teeth cannot be saved. There's nothing they really can do for them. Then that's it. It's you have to get implants or wear dentures, which they told me one time you could wear dentures in the back, and I'm like, oh, oh, you guys, man, that is one of my most emotional things that I don't talk about a lot, but it just makes me so sad because even the way I used to smile bright, like even brighter than this. Like I was out there with my teeth because it was so great. My teeth. Oh, you got one hole on your teeth. Well, if you have a hole, is it savable where they could put something and do something with it? And how much would that? It's not as bad. Don't let it go all the way to where you can't save it. Because that's the thing. Like most of the ones in the back, I didn't do anything with them, so they're completely gone. So is it savable? Like where you can feel it. So just even if you have to do something, just do fix it. Don't let it go to the point where they just cannot do anything with it. That's really all I can say. Yeah, I had a lot of toothaches and like really bad teeth pain where sometimes I just would be crying at night because it was so bad. Like, and you would go away a couple months and then the other one would start, and it was so hard, guys. So it's just one of the things. Maybe one day I'll vlog when I do decide to maybe travel somewhere to go fix them because, you know, um, yeah, I didn't know childbirth can actually affect your teeth. Like when you're pushing and doing all that, you could, if your teeth are already fragile, they just break off even more. Yeah, yeah, they say that. And the other part about it is like when they check the gums, and if they're not really good gums, they would have to make something else to put the implants on. So the longer you wait, pretty much, yeah, yeah, they pretty much, it's like you have to check everything. I mean, the gums were good. At least the dentist said that my gums were still good. But the longer, you told me the longer I wait, I might not even have, what is it called? Like your gums start, I think, receding or something to the point where they have nothing to place it on. So they would have to put something. When I saw that balance, like how much I was looking at and the printout, I was like, I need to be a celebrity. Like you guys support the channel. Like I was like, I need to be a YouTube. Like I need to be, because they have the care credit where you can. Yeah, a lot of people are going. That's what I was talking about. I said we might have to go to Mexico. You coming with me, and we got to do this. What? Because it's like just planning it, and figuring out how like I've just prayed about it, guys. Like because if I sometimes really get emotional about it, it just makes me. But it's my fault, and I really blame myself, and I take full responsibility. One of the things when you have a lot of toothache, really bad tooth pain, I know ibuprofen is good too. Ibuprofen is better for tooth pain. It's clove oil. Make sure you put it on there when it's throbbing a lot, and when you put it, you're gonna still feel a little bit of pain, and it's just a matter of waiting. Don't clean it out, don't take it off or whatever. Because I used to rush and put it, and then I'm like, it's not working. You have to wait as you're putting it on in there. The pure clove oil. Yeah, you wait it out and just let it sit there. It will help you because one time I couldn't sleep at night. I was in so much pain. I was crying. I was like, the ibuprofen is not working, you know? Hi, Lily. Yeah, the clove at the end, clove oil is the one thing that helped me because I tried so many things over the counter, and okay, no, 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 we're not gonna do that. Why do people do that? People keep throwing I love you" on here. It's weird, guys. It's so strange. Like, no, you don't love somebody you don't know. I don't even say I love you guys often because that's weird because I don't like that. I don't like when people say I love you. Being the word being thrown around bothers me. It just, yeah, right? Doesn't it make you just feel awkward? Even when I was dating, when people said they love me, like the first week they met me, I'm like, no, 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 you can't use that word. That word is very special, you know. And I tell my husband, even when I met, I was like, I don't throw that word around. I have to mean it. Yes, use yeah, warm water with salt, rinse. That helps a lot. That was one of the so clove oil, salt water. Um, sometimes drinking ice water can calm it down every time, but you constantly have to be drinking the cold water too. So I put ice in water. That saved me at night when I couldn't. Hi, Christine. Clove, yeah, that helped me too. So anybody if you guys have tips for pain, for teeth pain, I know you have to go to a dentist eventually. You can't just skip that. I understand, guys. It's my fault. I messed up my teeth. Nothing I can say about it other than that. It's totally my fault. Like I ate so much candy and M&Ms and M's and Snickers to the point where I was eating that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I wasn't brushing twice a day. Totally messed up everything. So yeah. So I just and I prayed to God. I said it's my fault. I totally messed up. Please guide me and help me because I really need to. That's one of my top things in my list is to be able to fix my teeth. And hi, Muxumed, and Mark. Hi, guys. So if you have tips on how to deal with teeth pain, it hurts for you. For me, it helped me because mine was. I don't know. Sometimes, yeah, because I tried a lot of different things when I was having so many of them hurting. There's times that clove oil works, sometimes salt water, depending on whatever. And then sometimes ibuprofen just helped me. Ibuprofen helped, but too much ibuprofen is not good. So, okay, no, we don't want to be. So we're talking about I have a lot of dental problems because I messed up my teeth when I was younger, and then after I had a baby, like I completely like pretty much broke off a lot of my teeth and back. The dentist can't save it. I have to get implants, and I was saying I want to travel, to maybe have to fix it. Okay, I don't understand. So I would just switch depending on what. Sometimes it's ibuprofen, sometimes it's cold ice water. Sometimes I would put something on my cheek. Sometimes I would do the cold clove oil. The things like what is it, benzo? I don't know what the thing was. And also hydrogen peroxide helps a lot if you have a lot of like gum, irritated gums, and you have a hole or something in your teeth. Hydrogen peroxide helped me a lot too. So I was just switching at different things. Um, But if you go to the emergency room, they don't give you anything. Well, they didn't give me anything when I went. So yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I know it's horrible. It's like one of the worst pains ever, and it just your brain goes crazy. Um. Okay, you see. Okay, no, I don't like that. You can't say I love you on here. I hate that word on here. It's like one of my. Ugh. Huh? You can't just say you love somebody and you don't know the person. My son is like they're trying to annoy you, but I'm like I just can't. It makes me want to. you know, I say that word very carefully. I have to really mean it. I feel it. If I can't say it. You know. Well, yeah. I just some people just throw that word around. I love you. I love you. No. Man. Yeah. Like um Yeah, you did. You cleared. You actually did. So they're gone. If somebody says the word "I love you" again, I'm gonna poke my eyeballs, and I'm just, it's just a. Or you know when I used to have scammers on dating apps, they would say they loved me. You know, it was like, "I love you, I love you. Oh dear, I love you." It's like, oh, yesterday I was watching this guy that does these videos for trying to help women from getting scammed online for, the love scammers. A lot of Nigerian ones. Not that I'm saying all of them are Nigerian, but that was one of the things they said. They throw the word "I love you" very easily, like love bomb you. And he said that when it's like older women 50 plus, they get excited hearing that because they're like, well, I haven't heard "I love you" in almost 20 years. So this person is saying "I love you," and all of a sudden it's just like, oh my gosh, here's my money. Like, it was just, that was interesting to watch. I was like, wow. Some of them I went through because I had a scammer. I didn't tell you guys my scammer story. My first love scam that I experienced when I was 24. I met this guy. He had a picture of a white guy. Typically, the ones that scam me, were trying to scam me, were always a picture of a white guy. Yeah, and I clicked it. He had nice abs. He was looking good. I'm like, oh, okay, bye, David Kenway. So I would be like, oh, okay. So we start talking, and I'm like, okay, he was talking normal. He didn't have like a broken English. So we started talking for a while. And then he started throwing how much he loved me and blah, 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 blah. And I'm 20 something. I didn't know anything about love because I barely was dating. So I was like, okay, this person loves me, blah, 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 blah. We start talking. And then later on, he starts talking about like how the U.S. is. Like, how is the U.S., blah, 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 blah. And then he started being really like calling like he was calling me a lot. And I'm just like, why is this person calling me so much? Like he would literally be like, why are you not answering your phone? Why you not? And I'm like, okay, whatever. At this point, we didn't even get on video yet. I kept asking about video. He said he was in the military. That's always a keyword, military, and they have privacy there, and they can't, they can't talk on video. So he kept telling me that. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then slowly this moved into almost a couple months of us talking. And then I was like, you know what? We need to get on video. If this video doesn't work, he's like, I promise, I promise. And then he finally told me, he was like, well, I'm stuck somewhere, I'm stuck in this place. I need money. And I told him, like, I'm broke. I was a college student. I didn't have any money. I'm like, I have nothing to give you and all this stuff. And he just kept being very like, just please try. I love you. Please try to find something and send me something. I need help. I'm stuck. And then after a while, I'm like, okay, this is getting so weird. This is way early on, guys. This is like not 10 years ago, before it was like super crazy. Now, like, now it's so obvious, but back in the day, it was anyway. So I one time, he was like, okay, we're gonna meet one day. And I told him, like, oh, where do you live in California? Because I thought he was in California. So he told me this place that's near where I live, and I assumed that, oh, this he lives exactly, kind of close to me. So he made up this place that he had Googled that's close to my area. And all the pictures he had up were from some white guy that was really in the military, and he had built a whole story around this guy. So I was like, okay, I need to see you on video. Like, this is getting out of control now. Like, you don't want to. I can't. I haven't seen you. Like, what's going on? And he was like, just be patient. We're gonna meet one day. And I was like talking to him like, oh, he was like, I'm falling in love with you, blah, 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 blah. And then one time he asked me for money. And he was like, I can't pay my phone bill. Can you please send me this and this so I can pay my phone bill? Because he's like, I'm not able to communicate with you if I don't have a phone. I sent him $40 from Western Union at the time. I sent $40. Guys, my husband laughs at me when I tell this story from way back. He's like, what the? Yeah, I said, yeah. I'm like, well, we can't talk if there's no phone, so here's $40. You know? Catfish. So he was like thankful and grateful. Then he disappeared for a while. He got quiet for 2 days, and then he came back on. So I was like, oh, what happened? You didn't contact me, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, I've just been busy with work. The military, we are, we kind of, they're strict. We can't really communicate all the time on the phone. And I'm like, well, the green light was always on this thing. I forgot what we were chatting with at the time. It was this thing. It was another program. I don't know. I forgot the name of it, but it was a popular one back like 10 years ago. And you talk to somebody. I saw it was always green. And I'm like, how are you busy? And your thing is always green. Like, that means you're available, you know? And so the thing went on and on. And finally, I just got so fed up. I was like, you know what? At this point, I just need to leave this person alone. Like, literally, it just got to be too consuming. I was on the phone 24/7 sometimes, just talking to him, texting him, going to class, coming out sometimes because he's blowing up my phone. And I'm like, okay, I'm in class, like stepping outside to talk to him. And I didn't even know who I was talking to. So I just was like so consumed with it. That's one of the things they do. They pull you away from people. Like, you start getting very antisocial with other people because you're so caught up in this thing that you have going. That's nothing. And pretty much, yeah, I told him, like, I Googled everything he ever sent me, and all the words matched on Google. All of them. So he had copied all the things from how, like saying, for example, you're so sweet. You're the most amazing woman, blah, blah. Those letters were written by somebody. That was written by someone. He had copied things from people that were posted and just send that to me. So I told him, I confronted him at the end. I said, you know what? Everything you've been sending me has never been real. You pretty much stole everything that somebody wrote. You stole somebody's life, somebody's pictures. And I said, whoever it is, you're going to get what you deserve. And one day God is going to get you for what you did. And he started saying, I'm sorry, like, I really, really like you. And I'm like, no, you don't take advantage of somebody. Oh, you're from Brazil? Brazil. Hey, Brazil. Yeah, Brazil. What was I watching about Brazil? I forgot, but I know you guys have some amazing food. Yeah, Brazilians. Yeah, I know Brazil has, yeah, good food. I think that's what something. It's Brazil was on the news for something. I know I read something, but yeah. So that's how I was scammed, pretty much for $40. It wasn't a lot at the time, but still, I was scammed. After that, it never happened again because I was not playing. I was like, you better video chat. If you don't video chat, we're not talking. We're not talking. Like, So I was serious. Okay, I learned my lesson. We all make mistakes. That was my first one. I was young and I was like thinking this handsome, white dude at the time. I didn't even know. Honestly, it's not that I was into a particular type per se. It just he looked good on the thing, and he was actually a guy. He wasn't a celebrity. He was a real guy, like a real guy that had posted, I think, things on online, and he just stole it. So he had a life built around this person that was just, it's sad, guys. Yeah, so that was my first one. I learned my lesson, never ever again, because I was strict. The next time around, I was like, if you don't video, we can't talk. That was it. Mm-mm. And then I would ask questions, like a lot of. One of the songs that I love dancing to the most, I dance to so much stuff from all over the world. Uh, a lot of Haitian music. That's been keeping me dancing. If you see my shorts, I'm always dancing to Haitian music. I found one, and from then I just have been addicted. I'm dancing to Asian music every single day. Compa Zoo, Guyad. I'm there. Like, one of my viral TikTok videos is me dancing to Haitian music. That was the funniest thing too. Yeah, they look very, yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I'm telling people, that even dating apps are bad now. They're worse. Back then they were not as bad because there was actually people that wanted to meet people. So it's just gone into this point where I watched this video where this lady was crying. It's like a lot of men are not even asking women out on dates anymore. They just get to the intimacy part. And this lady was just crying, like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I meet somebody that doesn't just want physical? It's like straight up physical. They don't even want to pretend like, and so things have really changed now. So it's really hard. It's harder to meet people. And real life is weird too. Because people say, go out there in the real world and meet people. But it's harder because people are also awkward. Like they want to be on their phone looking down, so it's difficult. And men are like scared of certain women. They feel like they're gonna tell them that they're harassing them. So it's just this weirdness. Like people are very like just closed, you know. They don't want to open up. Like people are scared to commit. People are scared like to just express themselves, to be vulnerable. Like everybody's just like, well, I'm not going to tell you how I feel. You know, we just go back and forth, but we're not telling each other like, hey, you know. You know, back in the day, I felt like somebody would just straight up be like, "Hey, I want to be with you. This is you are the one I want. Let's get this thing going." And now it's kind of like, "I like you, but I'm talking to other people, but I like you, but then it's like you don't like it. What the heck is happening, guys? Like, what is going on? It's just bad. I feel so bad for people that are single right now. It's like people are just gonna be peaceful and by themselves. It's just really bad. From I'm watching all these TikToks. I'm like, what is happening? Like people are just so scared to be emotional and let somebody know how they feel. Like, and they're scared of getting hurt and getting used. And it's just like, so nobody wants to be vulnerable. You know, those moments where you meet somebody and you're like, you know, this is what I want. This is, you're the one. And like, just express everything, even the bad things, you know? Because I just told my husband, I'm like, things have really changed. Like, I feel so bad for a lot of single, like my sisters, two of my sisters are single. I don't know if they're dating because I don't talk, you know, get into their personal business, but it's just like different. They're just like, you know, it's easier to be single because it's so much going on. And I wish people can experience that happiness, you know, when you meet that right person. I really, you know, wish somebody would, it's an amazing thing, guys. Like when you meet that person, it's an amazing feeling. And it's so, it seems like rare now, like to find it. Like you're digging through all this stuff to find just the one little, you know, it's just different. It's hard, yeah, to trust. Yeah, yeah, that's a big one. If you can't trust somebody, what's the point? You know, people that thought things were great for 20 years and it wasn't. Like how, it's so sad. I've seen stories and women are just like crying and like they just are like they can't deal with it's just too much, you know. It's just too much and people feel like they're good on their own. And I don't believe that, you know. I don't believe we're meant to just be alone. I don't know, maybe it's just me. It doesn't feel good, you know, when people say that. Like I rather just like they're rather, but it's like it's not the, like it's not, I don't know what I'm trying to say, you know. I just always feel bad when I see all these stories for, you know, you just hope that everybody meets that one person one day and they get to experience, you know, just being loved right. And um how fun it can be when you're with the right partner. Like, now I'm not saying it's easy, but it is fun at times, you know. Somebody to laugh with, because laughing keeps you young and, you know, it keeps you going and your spirit. So it's unfortunate that some people won't get to experience that. um I don't know, it just bothers me a lot. And then the other thing I watched was a social media thing where they're saying how social media is so much right now. People are overwhelmed with it. A lot of people are quitting social media altogether and just like people that were, it was their income, like they're leaving altogether and just going back to regular jobs. Because social media is now like a scrolling thing where it's just scrolling and scrolling and so much information. And a lot of people are just overwhelmed. Their brains are just, you know, it's just like so much information at one time. And it's like you become numb and you're just doing this all day, just doing that. And it's like, so information is good, but when it's so much of it, you become so like, your brain just, it's just like, huh, just there. And so like a lot of kids are struggling with this when they have screen time and all that, when they go into school, to sit down still and to listen. It's like they want entertainment, they want things fast that they can scroll. It's like you can't scroll the teacher away from the board or whatever talking. You can't scroll that. So they just can't, they're fidgety and they don't want to be there. They don't want to be there. It feels like they need to be on a screen and push the teacher away, you know? Because they just need something fast. And so that's what a lot of people that build social media wanted. It's like for us to get to a point where we're just consuming, and we're not even to the point where we go numb, you know, and they get what they need, you know. The more you scroll, you know, their system is working. And I just watched that video. It made me just, ugh. You know, as somebody who also does social media, like we're all a part of it, you know, and a lot of people are posting so much. Yeah, an addiction. You post so much. Like people are talking about, oh, they do 20 videos a day. I'm like, because if your algorithm sometimes doesn't pick you up. So every time you're not posting, you kind of disappear, and you have to try to bring yourself back. And so people keep posting and posting and posting and posting, and it's just like, and also the funniest thing is sometimes you're scrolling and you look at the time, you're like, oh my gosh, I was on here that long. You know, like TikTok is really great for that. They were talking about how TikTok is great at this. They've got people just doing this, and it's like you watch people and you just seeing them doing this. It's like, are you even reading what you just scrolled? Are you looking at it, or are you just like, just I gotta scroll. I just you know, your brain is just like on overload, and that's what they want. And they said that social media wants to take time away from you as much as possible, and it's working. You know, that's the goal. Let's get you scrolling and scrolling and scrolling that you don't even look at the clock and say, oh my gosh, you've been scrolling for 2 hours. You know, and then when you don't, like when people say like everybody's doing the same thing, it's kind of like when you don't do the same thing, you're not doing as well. So you just fall into that again. When you try to do your own thing, everybody is, you know, if it's an income for you, you're not going to make that money. So maybe just doing another prank or doing another whatever is what you're going to do to get your money. So, and then the overly, this is the one that gets me. And I did a video and a lot of people kind of were, I don't know, it didn't get a lot of response, but I noticed that a lot of people watched it. I was talking about how so many women are just exposing everything. And it's like, well, it's their body. They can do whatever they want. And I would say there's nothing wrong with it being a little sexy. I like to be a little something, but not over the top. Where it's just this guy was talking about he's tired of scrolling Instagram and it's constantly women half naked. And it's just that all day. You know, and it's just like nothing to the imagination. And they're like, well, don't look, you know, just get offline. But it's like, it keeps feeding whatever it is. Once you check one video out, the videos, they just keep popping up. It's just giving you more and more, and you're just sitting there like boobs and butts all day. You know, and I'm bothered because sometimes they pop up and it pops up on everybody else's, and you're like, okay, I'm not interested. I don't want to watch it. It keeps popping up. You know, it's just like, it's so much. Like certain types of, just so graphic. Everything is a link to some account for certain types of, you know, to go see more of, you know what. And I'm just like, it just bothers me. It's so much. Like once in a while, okay, maybe you see a butt, but it's just like everything, you just butts all day. And I can't imagine how men are like, you know. I was so kind of happy when I saw that video with that guy. I'm like, he said he's tired of it, and I'm like, I can only imagine. You know, I can only imagine. People are making their money, yes, nothing wrong with that, but wow, it's just too much. Yeah, and that's the other thing. That's why I'm kind of looking at it now, because I'm like, I have a son, and if it's randomly scrolling, one day that might pop up somewhere, and it's gonna get more and more and more of it. So that's why I understand when that man was saying that, because he's a boy, you know, he's gonna see something. And no matter how, you can have protection every way you want all over the phone, but I saw kids at the library doing that. They were watching those types of stuff. So, you know, I just sometimes I just feel dirty like scrolling. I'm just like, I want to just, you know, there's nothing wrong with, I always said nothing wrong with being a little sexy. I don't mind that. Like showing a little something, you know, but leaving a little, you know, something else where people go, oh, okay. But now it's just everywhere. Like Facebook turned into that. I Facebook is loaded with a lot of that stuff. I'm just like, what happened to Facebook? Everything is suggestive. Like you think somebody's talking about cooking and they're wearing nothing. It's like, oh, so this is not a recipe. It's a video to lure some man in so they can click your OnlyFans. Yes, Facebook is horrible right now with those videos. Oh, I'm watering my plants, but you're watering your plants and you're zooming into something else. Like there's a Filipino lady on Facebook. She does plants, and that's all she does. Everything is just like zooming into certain areas of her. You know what? And it's like, oh, I'm watering the plants, and she's like zooming in, and it's like, oh my gosh, it drives me crazy. I miss the classy, sexy. That's what I'm all about. Just yeah. And I couldn't. I kept deleting, blocking, and more would pop up. That's a weird thing too. It's like you block and they keep showing up, and that's what's doing well because a lot of those people are getting, um, they're getting comments from men, and then their videos are also being watched, and they're getting the money. So it's like you have to kind of do the same to get the money. So it becomes this whole thing where it's like when you want to be different. That's one of the things why I say sometimes I struggle with social media because I'm trying to do my own thing, but the only thing I know is not paying me. You know what I mean? So sometimes I look at myself, I'm like, dang, I have a butt too. Could I just, maybe I need to start just doing all this to get my money because it would be so much easier. But I think back, I'm like, a couple years later, my son might be browsing and he's going to see something that I posted. So then I'm like, I can't, because it's so much easier. Like, literally, like, I definitely could make some money with what I got, but it's like I think later, like if he's watching stuff randomly, he might find me. Yeah, the drama sells, the negativity sells. Being normal is boring. Being normal is not gonna get the scroll, you know? So it's really hard. You struggle with that. And sometimes you just think like I was so upset. I'm like, this person is making this much money doing that, and then you try to do normal and you're not getting anything. So you start thinking, man, you start thinking some way. You compare yourself in some way. Like even though you're in a different it's hard. If you don't do social media, you don't understand. But sometimes you look at certain videos that go viral and you're just like, like really? But you try to put some thought into something you're doing, and you try to be relatable. You try to do videos that are regular. Like people that are like can relate to you and all that, and it's like that's not doing that great. People want, butts. It works. I mean, it works. Every time you come on and dress a certain way, like the videos do better. You know, you get more clicks. Yeah, okay. So you must be liking a lot of positive. Like you have to really watch a lot of that. Whatever you're watching more, you keep doing and clicking the like and all that, and then it keeps doing that. So it gives you more of the positive, more of that. But the minute you click that one, it always saturates it, and then you have to kind of redo it. And so I don't know. I just got so sick of it one time. I was like, I'm so over this. Like it's always, oh, like one time, like this girl did a video. She said, oh, my I'm a teacher and they didn't want me to wear this, and literally she's wearing close to nothing. The video, she's not a teacher. She just did that, put the likes, I mean the thing saying that, oh, they don't want me to wear this when I'm teaching or something like that. And then she's shaking everything and she pretends like she's a teacher, and it's like, we know you have an OnlyFans account, so it's all just suggestive to click for the OnlyFans account or to, and it just becomes this thing, and it's like they pretend like, oh, I was sent home from work wearing this, and then it's like you want people to engage, so people are gonna be all up in the comments like, what you were wearing. We know that's not appropriate. So it's all tactics to get the view, and then the comments because they want the money. So I just laugh sometimes when guys don't catch on to what's going on. It's like that's what that's about. Yeah, I try it. I try too, but it is hard because it's just oversaturated. with all that. So it's hard, you know, like it's hard sometimes. Really, you just like wow, you know, you know, and it's always it seems faster, right? Faster, like faster way to get money, but in the long run, you have to think about the long run too, you know, like if somebody looks you up a couple years from now, what are they gonna find? You know, like I always joke, like I have so many pictures all over social media because I've been on social media since I was like 20 something. So there's videos out me up there. So if employers look, they'll find a video. You can't get no, you can't get rid of it because at some point, maybe you click something, or they're suggesting based on somebody else, maybe something that it's just weird. Like you can try to get rid of it, but it's impossible all the way. Yeah, it's really I don't know. I've noticed that too. You know, some things are funny. You know, you click and you laugh, but then it's like, no, I just wanted that one video, not all of them. Jeez. And people are like real life. You know, somebody was like, "Oh, you're popular. You're popular on some TikToks that go virals, whatever." They say, "Oh, they're so popular," but then people are like, in real life, nobody really knows who the person is. They're like, "Oh, you know," so it's like you're viral, you're famous, but regular people are like, you just we don't know who that is." I was laughing so hard, it's so funny, like so sometimes people are like, "Oh my god, you got 1 million views, you're popular," but you're popular on virtual mostly. It's like people don't really know you like that. So he was comparing like how Michael Jackson to the new viral people. It's like it's hard to explain, but it's like you're not Michael Jackson at the end of the day. For example, you are somebody that went viral, got 1 million views, for example, 60 million, but you're still not. You're not a. I don't know how to say it. It's just a weird way. Like people have this, they get a bigger head, like they're big, like they're a bigger person, but it's not really. It's in the social media world. You're a big person, but in the real world, it's just like you're still maybe struggling and you're a regular person. So it's weird. So one of the things I'm not looking for, I don't really want to go viral. I always tell my husband that I'm like, I don't care about being viral because sometimes viral works against you. It's like, oh yeah, you're that one person that got the viral video for blah 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 blah, and then you're like, well, my regular life, I'm just a regular person, and you know, I'm still, I'm still, I'm still regular. So I don't want that because the pressure becomes like, if you don't keep that up, you know, you're gonna lose people, and you just start spinning, and I don't know. I'm not looking. I don't care for being viral. I care about making an impact on whatever. Like I don't know. I just that's one of the reasons I struggle. I struggle with social media because I'm. It's hard for me to be. It's like for me to be. I don't. I can't. I just don't want to do everything that everybody else is doing. Um. I don't want to do that, but it's to a certain point you kind of have to just to keep something going. But it's like I don't know. I struggle with that a lot, and you know, because like what is it called? Like when I was doing you know, like before. Oh, I didn't say that. Like before, I never wore makeup at all. I would just come on the way I am, right? And those videos were not doing as well. So the minute I started wearing a little bit of something, you know, eyebrow, like mascara, like I always say, I don't put on makeup on my skin though, but I noticed the videos were doing way better. So people were like, well, it's a visual platform, so you gotta come with your best. Because I'm somehow just waking up with makeup on. This is how I really woke up. And I'm doing a get ready with me. I just woke up. And it's like, girl. So I couldn't even get myself to even lie that way because it's so hard for me. I'm not like that, you know? So, it's just weird. It's like I woke up like this. Not really. Um, you know what I'm saying? Have you seen those videos where it's like stretching, like, oh, I just woke up, and they have a full blown makeup, and they're all dressed up, like, wow. And then they have to get out of bed and go back and set up the camera and come back to bed and then get out of the bed. And I was just like, I just my brain goes crazy. I can't. I'd rather you see me how I really wake up. That's better for me. That's what I like. That's the stuff I watch. I like that because that makes me feel like so human and that person human. Like literally, like I don't wake up like that. Everything is crazy all over the place. Like I'm just like and I'm like it's 7:20. We gotta go. Like everything is scattered everywhere. It's not perfect. The room is not perfect. So it's just like, ugh. Yeah, the fake is hard. When you're not a fake person, it's just really hard to be fake. And that's the stuff. I watch people that keep it like really try to keep it real. I like those. Like somehow your child is just perfect. They don't talk back to you or they just are such angels every day. They're angels and yeah, they put on their shoes and on time and you don't yell and scream. Hi Star, yeah, I remember you. You know, so for me that really makes me happy when I see real people that are real like um that are just being themselves. It makes me so warm on the inside. Like I'm like that's how I want to be. One of my favorite YouTubers back in the day was, well, she still is, Miss Diva Likes. She doesn't post as often now. I really, man, she doesn't post as much, but she was one of my favorite because a lot of her videos were just really real, like her having a good time with the husband, the friends, and they would just go out and talk like normal. And she even said she was struggling when YouTube became, um, yeah, I remember. Yeah, thank you. I remember you were subbed. I just used to enjoy that, like that realness. I like to see the moms that are like, hey, some days are so hard and you struggle. I love those things. It's like, sometimes you cook stuff and your kid doesn't want to eat them. Now you gotta figure out like what the hell. Some lady was they were talking about some fake YouTuber. She's a popular one that was like, she would say that she's like cooking breakfast and the breakfast was cooked at night and they caught up to it. It's like, okay, you're cooking at night. The breakfast is not from. It's not made in the morning. Because people were like, look at the windows. It's nighttime. You can see through the peep of the window. It's like it's nighttime. Why is she saying she's making breakfast? So people started catching on to a lot of fake YouTubers and all that, and it's like you fake, fake, and so it's like the worst. Like people just start leaving you. Like they don't want to watch you anymore. It was so hilarious because people really zoom in on everything. And sometimes you're not even thinking about it. It's like, dang, they noticed that little thing. Or the clock, like the clock. One lady was wearing a watch. The time was different on the watch versus the one that she said, like, oh, stretching. Like she just woke up, but the clock was saying a different time. The watch that she had on. I was like, oh, they're so good. She got caught. Like, no, you didn't even just wake up. You've been awake. So that stuff really, it's harder to be fake than just to be yourself, honestly. Um, yeah, it is. It was hilarious. Like this lady was just doing videos back to back showing how YouTubers fake things, and I was like, oh, or just products that they love and they barely used it. It was free, or they got paid for it. Yeah, I don't know what's just you have to figure out content that fits that. So if your content is gonna be forcing you to really be fake, then maybe it's not the right type of content. You know, um, that's really what I feel. If you have to go down to that route, then maybe it's just. I understand there's pressure though to have an income. It's hard because there's bills to pay, and that's another thing about the social media income. It's not always the same, right? Every month you might not get the same amount, so you got to come up with the rest. So if you're living a lifestyle that's and you, for example, you know that you're getting 3,000 a month, and sometimes you don't get that, and then you got bills. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem. So that's why a lot of people are just like they're going back to regular jobs while they keep social media because it's becoming, I think, too stressful for a lot of people and to try to keep up with just to keep up with it. And it's overwhelming and it's addicting and um, it could be a lot for somebody and your mental health. That's another thing. The amount of one guy was talking about how social media your mental health, because you're constantly being seen and people have something to say about everything, from your hair all the way down to your feet. And so you start questioning yourself, like, am I okay, people will tell you, like one lady here that I watch, she's very religious, and she dresses very modestly. Her outfits are very modest, and people were like, oh, your clothes are ugly, you need to start dressing a little more trendy, and your videos will do better and all this. People are always constantly coming in for her for that, and I'm just like, at the end of the day, that's who she is. So if the content is not working for you, then you need to watch somebody else. But it's been something, for example, that people will do. They'll attack your looks, they'll attack everything, your physical, and it becomes so hard to try to be like questioning yourself, like, am I okay, so your mental health takes a deep, like, it affects you, you know and they say, like, certain people, don't even have to do much. Just because they're attractive, they automatically get following, they get um views and all that, sometimes just their look. And so it's not fair, because there's people that have to put in work. And let's not talk about color, because we know there's a color situation. I'm not going to say the word color thing going, where people feel like, certain groups of people are not being promoted as much. A lot of things are not being pushed out. So if you look a certain way, you know there's certain videos that you could do the same video as the other person and you don't get anybody watching it, versus the other person gets way more traction and all that. And that exists because, yeah, it exists. So you have to, like, sometimes they tell you, you could turn off comments. That one is okay. But the thing that's funny is, like, you almost, like, just don't care what people have to say, because if you care about your followers and you care about the questions and what they want to talk to you about, then you wouldn't do that. But the ones I, for example, turn off are the ones that I know at least one person is going to have something negative to say. So sometimes I don't want to answer back and forth, so I'll do that. But most of the videos, you have to leave it out so people can talk to you and communicate with you. Why would you just want to turn off everything? That means you just want to make your money and go. You don't want to deal with all that. But that's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun to talk to the people that are watching. I don't know. It's weird for me. Even when I have to turn them off, sometimes I feel some kind of way about it. I'm like, oh, I gotta turn them. But I know certain videos will always have someone that has something to say about it. So, and also certain people that look a certain way are more sellable, and they get more sponsorships, and they get more of that. So it's this whole thing where, if you have some things working, I want to say, against you in a way. I don't want to say, the race thing, but sometimes it could play a role in that, whether you're marketable enough where companies will reach out to you. You have to have a certain look, and sometimes how you speak. Yeah, it's supposed to be a social, but we know that's, yeah, people will, oh, I have to go do laundry. Okay, I'm almost leaving, guys, so I will talk to you guys in another chat. But yeah, but it's like you have to have a certain look. Sometimes you're not getting that response that you want because you don't have the look. It's a certain look, like, um sometimes, like, if people have, for example, like, if you have braids versus natural hair, and you dress a certain way, there's certain companies that might look at you more to reach out to you, versus if you have straighter, flat ironed hair. It's like you have to fit a certain, sometimes you have to fit a certain, yeah. It's just, it's so much going on. When people say they want to do social media, sometimes I'm like, are you ready for all of that? Because there's other things going on behind the scenes that people don't see. They don't see those things, and they don't even think about it. They say, oh, I just want to do videos, I'm excited, but yeah, the reality is harsh at times. Okay, guys, I gotta go do laundry. Bye, sunshine, I gotta go. I've talked too much.